Hey, what's up everyone? St. R. Edwards here. Welcome back to the Ski Channel, Swift Coding for Everyone. In this lesson, in 2.3, we're going to be talking about type properties. Now, type properties are very unique because they belong to the type themselves. And the way you declare a type property is you use the static word in front of the property, in front of the let or the var, variable or constant that you use. And that type property, you have to give it a value because, unlike instance properties, types don't have initializers, right? So you have to give it a value starting off. And like I said, it's actually called upon the type itself. And so the way we're going to demonstrate this is by creating a struct from actually the Swift handbook that Apple created, and I believe the latest edition is 4.0.3. So you guys should definitely be checking that out if you have not already, because it's a great reference guide for our book, App Development with Swift. It's in every chapter. It's basically referenced, and it also just gets a little deeper into the concepts and things that we learned in this course. All right, so go ahead, open up a new playground, and we'll get started. So I want you to imagine yourself. We are creating a excuse me. We're creating a struct for radio, and we have like a right and we have a left channel. Okay, and so we're going to create a struct that's based off of the audio channel. Let's say we'll call it audio channel. Okay. And inside this struct, we're going to declare a couple of static variables or some type properties. So we'll say static, and we'll say let threshold level, and this will equals 10. So the highest volume that the highest input that these channels can reach is level 10. All right, and that's a let constant, so be mindful of that. And then we're gonna go static, and then we're gonna go var, and we're gonna go max input level for all channels. Now this is gonna be like the tracker for the threshold level, okay? And you're gonna see this put to work here in a second as well. And then we're going to create our variable called that, and then this will be a type int, and we'll say this is 0. Starting off at 0, okay? So we're going to have a property observer in here, and we're going to call it did set. So we'll say did set, and we're going to say if current level is greater than gotta call it right, audio channel dot threshold level, then we want the current level to equal the audio channel dot threshold level. All right, and then we're going to say if current level is greater than audio channel dot max level for all channels, then we want to do this. We want to say audio channel dot max input for all levels for all channels is going to be equal to the current level. Okay, so another thing to think about and to consider about these type properties is that unlike instance properties, there will only ever be one of these types in memory. So no matter how many different instances there will only be one of these type properties in your app's memory. Okay, so just remember that. So that's a little bit different, and if you're confused, I would suggest looking it up in the book. But I'm going to try to put this to use for you guys right now. We're going to do some stuff. So we're going to create a new instance of the audio channel, and we're going to say var. We'll start with left channel, and we'll say audio channel So we initialized it, all right. And so we're gonna say left channel dot current level equals, we'll say 7. Okay, and then we'll say print left channel, or we'll say print audio channel dot max input level for all channels, and that's a 7. And then we'll say print audio channel dot threshold level, and that's a 10. All right, so if you look up here in our did set property observer, you know, we have our first if statement. So what happens is, as soon as this current level is set, it'll, you know, it's going through this. So it's going to say did set. It says if current level is greater than audio channel dot threshold, which it's 10, you know, that's the max, right? So if it's greater than that, the current level is going to be capped. Okay, it's going to be capped at audio channel dot threshold level. So audio channel dot threshold level is at 10, right? So we're capping that, and we're putting that into the left side, right? So we go from, so the right side is going to go into the left side. That's how it, you know, always is when you're using the equal sign. So 10 is basically in current level now. All right, now in the next if statement, you know, so because this doesn't reset, this property observer doesn't get recalled. So now we're going down here, and now we're saying if current level is greater than audio channel dot max input level for all channels, then we want the audio channel dot max input level for all channels to equal current level. All right, so for instance, like if it was, so since 7, you know, 7 was our max level, right? It was greater than the audio channel dot max input for all levels because it was set at 0. So now we're saying the current level is going to be put into the audio channel dot max input for all levels, which, as you can see, we just printed out and it was 10. Now let's just say for our next example, so for our right channel, we were trying to do something larger. All right, so like say if we were trying to do let's say right channel dot current level, let's say equals 14. All right, and then we'll say print audio channel dot max input. All right, so now the max input is at 10. All right, so it capped it. So when it got here, if current level is greater than audio channel dot max input for all channels, then we're going to say, hey, store that current level value into audio dot max input for all channels. And that's because current level is capped off at 10. Like even though we put 14 in it, our logic in here won't allow it to go above 10. So it's just, you know, it stops at 10. And that's how that works. So no matter how many instances that we create, if you know, if you had 1,000 of these, no matter what, it'll always be at 10. So just keep that in mind. There's only one of these. All right, and then we'll say this will be the same thing. Dot threshold level. It's the same thing as 10. That's it for this lesson. Make sure you practice and stay tuned for more of the Ski Channel, Swift Coding for Everyone. Thank you for joining me. Take care.